Hey guys, this is BladeWolf88 bringing you another installment of Nostalgia Bytes. This is another game that I was completely addicted to in my youth, and it was one of the few games that was actually able to knock Tomb Raider off the top spot, if I recall correctly back at the time. This game originally came out August 16th, 1999. Was released for Windows as well and Dreamcast, and was also subject to several really good sequels, Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 2, as well as a couple of little spin-off stuff on the GameCube as well. This game is amazing. I absolutely adored this game. It really got me into adventure gaming a lot more than Tomb Raider did, because not only could you push and pull blocks, you could like flip them, twist them. There was like the whole ethereal plane. It was great, and the cutscenes, which you're about to see now, are just amazing.
He is deified. The clans tell tales of him. Few know the truth. He was mortal once, as were we all. However, his contempt for humanity drove him to create me and my brethren. I am Raziel, firstborn of his lieutenants. I stood with Kain and my brethren at the dawn of the Empire. I have served him a millennium. Over time, we became less human and more divine. Kain would enter the state of change and emerge with a new gift. Some years after the Master, our evolution would follow, until I had the honor of surpassing my Lord. For my transgression, I earned a new kind of reward. Agony. There was only one possible outcome. My eternal damnation. I, Raziel, was to suffer the fate of traitors and weaklings, to burn forever in the bowels of the Lake of the Dead. Cast him in. Tumbling, burning with white-hot fire, I plunged into the depths of the abyss. Unspeakable pain, relentless agony. Time ceased to exist. Only this torture and a deepening hatred of the hypocrisy that damned me to this hell. An eternity passed, and my torment receded, bringing me back from the precipice of madness. The descent had destroyed me, and yet I lived.
Raziel, you are worthy.
And there you have it, guys. That cutscene right there is what got me hooked into this game. As with a lot of things, you see the cutscenes on various different like gaming discs used to get back in the day. A lot of the time it was stuff like PC Gamer would do a little review of it.
What form is this that I have come to inhabit?
But so good. So good.
Death would be a release next to this travesty.
You did not survive the abyss, Raziel. I have only spared you from total dissolution.
I would choose oblivion over this existence.
The choice is not yours.
I am destroyed.
You are reborn.
Oh yeah.
The birth of one of Kain's abominations traps the essence of life. It is this soul that animates the corpse you lived in. And that, Raziel, is the demise of Nosgoth. There is no balance. The souls of the dead remain trapped. I cannot spin them in the wheel of fate. They cannot complete their destinies. Redeem yourself. Or if you prefer, avenge yourself. Settle your dispute with Kain. Destroy him and your brethren. Free their souls and let the wheel of fate churn again. Use your hatred to reave their souls. I can make it possible. Become my Soul Reaver, my angel of death.
And we are in. So this is the game. This is the amazingness that is Soul Reaver. I must admit, it has not aged well, but it's still a fantastic game. As a Tomb Raider fighter, well, basically, you know, it takes all the best bits of Tomb Raider, but then kind of adds to them perfectly. So we are playing as the character of Raziel, and he is now a fallen vampire. We don't know what he is at the moment.
Twist space, laying a path across great spans.
That's cool. I like that idea. So we can head to different areas. So that's the same symbol that's on ours.
You must visit other gates before this portal will be open to you.
Whatever. But as I said, this game is a Tomb Raider beta in a lot of cases. It has a lot more to it, a lot more depth. The storyline is a lot more complex. The graphics at the time were far better as well. And on top of that, there's this whole scenario, which we're about to come upon shortly, involving phase shifting, which was something that was never seen before.
You must feed.
The old hunger has left me. I have no desire for blood.
You are changed. Your bloodthirst is replaced by a deeper need. You have become a devourer of souls. To sustain your strength, you must hunt the lost spirits of the underworld and consume the souls of your enemies.
Tasty. There we go. And as you've noticed, I'll pan the camera around for you now, he has no bottom jaw. That was one of the weird quirky things that I always found at the time, was he has no bottom jaw whatsoever. I mean, the control system's a little bit weird here, only because what you actually have to do is you turn the camera with the R2 and L2 buttons. As I say, this game introduced a lot of new concepts, a lot of new ways to play, leaping, jumping, gliding, swinging, a lot of stuff that wouldn't have been possible or anywhere near as possible at that time, so this was a big sort of game breaker for its day. I remember spending absolutely hours playing this game and unlocking all the secrets and finding all the different areas and trying to beat the bosses, because some of the bosses in this were ridiculously hard.
What scabrous wretches are these?
Shua, the scavengers of the underworld. Their feral hunger has claimed countless souls, spirits who now shall never find their rest.
So we better go kick their butt. And the combat at this stage is relatively simple. Oh, he's gone invisible. And if I remember rightly, we can consume their bodies when they become ethereal like that. So that was one of the cool concepts of this game. Was it wasn't as simple as just defeating the enemy. You actually had to absorb them as well. You took their souls. And that was what really sort of struck me about this, what I really enjoyed with this game, was how different it was to anything else I'd ever played. That and the fact that I love the whole sort of gothic theming to it and the Soul Reaver and everything else, and it was a really weird style, but I loved it.
These portals are your conduit between the spectral and material realms.
Ah,
With
yes,
their
here it is.
aid, you may gather matter and will yourself to become manifest in the physical world. This is taxing, however. Your strength must first be fully restored. You require no conduit to return to this plane. You may abandon your physical body at any time.
That was one of the cool things that became one of the good plot points. So we have to cast this ability, and it allows us to enter the real world as opposed to the material world that we were in before.
To prolong your manifestation in the physical world. If you fail to feed or absorb too many wounds, this fragile matter will dissolve.
So basically, you don't technically die in this, per se. You go back to the material realm. And they added loads of really cool little animations to this. I mean, one of the best memories I had from playing this game was... What's this? It would have been... When I played a demo disc. I used to be subscribed to the PlayStation magazine. And I used to play on it. I used to get the magazine every month so that I could get the demo discs. And I played it on there and was addicted to it.
Your vampiric weaknesses. Immersion in water, while not fatal, will dissolve your physical body, forcing your return to the spirit world.
Right, so no touching the water.
That in the spectral realm, water has neither heft nor lift. It stands as thin as air.
Basically, we've got to jump across. But as I was saying, I played the demo disc from PlayStation... Oop, that was close. From PlayStation Magazine, and ended up getting absolutely hooked to it. And I played the demo probably about 8 or 9 times, trying to find all the secrets and everything else. And then I went down to Blockbuster Video. Yeah, that's how old that is. Blockbuster Video, to actually purchase this game because I loved it so much.
They are the children of your brother, Duma.
That's impossible. These foul, scuttling beasts could not be kin of our high blood?
Do you suppose that time stood still for you, Raziel? Much has changed since you passed from the world of men.
Oh, more water there, so we better jump over that. As you can see, I mean, it's a really well-polished game.
Having suffered them myself. Physical wounds are fleeting. Vampire's immortal flesh begins to close as soon as it is cleaved. Vampires need only fear those wounds that impale or inflame. Water scorches like acid, and fledglings are devastated by sunlight's touch. I would have to modify my tactics to suit my foes.
Ah, see, that's one of the cool things. They say you had different things you had to do. Like, they won't come into the light, you see. Get them nice and weak, then you grapple them, and you can burn them alive just like that.
A creature's soul fades swiftly into the spectral realm. Draw it in quickly, Raziel, or you will be compelled to follow.
So basically, the death will follow you down. It's so cool like that. But he decided to run into the fire for me, so, you know, that saves me a lot of hassle. Give me a soul, come on, give me a soul. Fine, don't. But yes, here's one of the cool things here.
Your physical prowess surpasses what you knew in life. Even massive obstacles can be moved effortlessly.
So you can drag stuff, you don't have to move aside, you can shove things around. It's really cool. I don't remember where this block goes though. I think it goes over there. Because with Tomb Raider, what you'd have to do, you'd have to move yourself around. Oh, we'll just flatten that out, that's fine. There we go. Up we go, sorted. I say this game is one of those games that you have to think about what you're doing. There's a lot less save points, and you have to dip in and out of the material realms in order to get things done. You know, it makes things a lot more taxing. But you can pick up stuff off the walls, you can interact with things, you can throw things. It just took my torch off me, it's fine.
The sanctuary of the clans reduced to ruin. Beyond these walls lay the pillars of Nosgoth, the seat of Kain's empire. How humble it now appeared, collapsing into the dust of its former magnificence. And yet, I had only just emerged. In the instant between my execution and resurrection, centuries had apparently passed.
This world is wrecked with cataclysms. The earth strains to shrug off the pestilence of Kain's parasitic empire.
As you're beginning to already no doubt assume, this is an incredibly story-driven game. I'm not going to spoil it too much by letting you hear all of it, because if you do want me to do a playthrough of it, I don't want to go giving too much away too soon. But there's a lot to cover, and the story is quite extensive, which is one of the reasons I loved it. Again, games back in the day, you got your money's worth. So you have weapons. And then when he's damaged, you can just set him on fire. There's a soul. It's always going to be very, very, very tasty, but you can throw things as well. But I want this thing. These things are fun. You can relight torches. There's loads of stuff you can do in this game.
The doors of the sanctuary were immovable, either barred from the inside or rusted shut. I would need to find another means of entry.
And it's non-linear to an extent. Like, once you've done this sort of first starting area, it does get a lot less linear. You have to do a whole lot of running around. Come on, there we go. And you can do things like this. You had like finisher kills and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. Alright, so we need to go down this way, I think, if I remember rightly. But yeah, these games really did sort of sum up to me what it was to game. Oh, what a shot straight through the back of him. These games were everything that I had. You know, I didn't have very much money, so I saved up as a kid. I sort of did work for my parents and all that sort of stuff, so that I could buy these games, or at least rent them a lot of the time from Blockbuster and everything else. Oh, he wasn't strong enough to kill him in one. Pick that back up, and pop goes the weasel. So at this early point, obviously, it's a lot easier for you to... come on, let me pick it up. There we go. It's a lot easier to get health and everything else, but as the game progresses, it gets really, really, really difficult. And if you notice, this is actually the place from the cutscene where we were cast into the abyss.
This, at least, had remained constant. The endlessly swirling vortex of the abyss. My tomb and the womb of my rebirth. Though much of Nosgoth's landscape had changed, these cliffs gave me my bearings. My clan territory was to the west. I was anxious to see how my descendants had fared during the centuries of my absence.
So yeah, each of the different clans in this game are represented by a clan leader, and they all have their own perks and abilities, such as Raziel gaining his wings and things like that. So there's a whole lot of story, loads of mini-bosses, main bosses. It's addictive. It really is addictive, and if you get good at the game, you can actually really start to pick away at some of the like more meatier challenges that await, and unlocking some of the extra story content as well. And I definitely do recommend playing the sequels. They definitely updated the graphics, and they really did improve the overall play style of the game. Oh, we got some more friends to kill, that's fine. As you can see, the combat style is a little clunky, but in all honesty, for its time, it was possibly... See, if you try to do the stuff too early, you end up getting messed up. And if you notice, see that guy up there is all dizzy, he'll only stay that way for a certain amount of time. So you can't just like get everyone dizzy, then go around and kill them all in a one-er. You've really got to be paying attention to what's going on around you. You've got to keep moving. Because they do regenerate back to full health. Luckily, I'm good at skewering people, so we're totally fine. It has elements of some of the old arcade stuff where you have to kill things to get into the next room, different weapons, healing items. There's loads to see, so this is one I do want to check out a bit more, but that all depends on you.
Wiped from this world like excrement from a boot. I knew the hand that wrought this deed.
But yeah, as you can see, he has no clan anymore. They've all been destroyed. But I'm going to finish up right here with this one, to be honest with you. If you do want to see more of this, or you'd like to see me do a playthrough of this game, I know it's a bit old, but you might enjoy it, let me know in the comments below. And I will continue to be sharing some more of my different stories, different games and everything else. If there's anything you want to know about any of these particular games, or how I run them, or anything like that, just chuck us a message and I'll be happy to help you out. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining me in this one, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks, everyone.